welcome back to today's lesson on how to monetize your connections. Now, in the previous video, we talked about tagging your connections, and the reason that we did that is so now we know what types of messages to send out to your connections. So let's get right to it, and today we're going to cover how to re-engage the connections that you have sitting there that are probably quote-unquote dead and you're not doing anything with. And we're also going to create a top-of-mind campaign. It's going to take you over the next 3 months with your connections, so you're gonna know exactly what to send them and when. And I'm gonna give you proven messaging templates that we've used in our reconnection campaigns and top of mind campaigns to make sure that our connections stay alive with us and that they're engaged by you. So let's go to LinkedIn and get right to it. So here we are back on the LinkedIn dashboard. Now I want to go to my connections and I'm gonna sort people by tags. And I'm going to say SEO prospect. Okay, so here's my SEO prospects. So now what I want to do is I want to select all, and I want to go all the way down, scroll all the way down, make sure everybody's selected. All right, that is everybody that is currently my SEO prospect. Now I want to click on message. Okay. Now we have all my SEO prospects in one message. Now what I want to do so that these people don't know that I'm sending them a group message like this, I'm going to uncheck this box right here so that the recipients cannot see each other's names and email addresses. So they're going to think that I'm sending this just to one person. Okay, so here's what you're going to want to do. Now I'm going to copy and paste the message that I've got on my other screen here. I'm going to read it to you, and you're also going to have this message for yourself. Okay, subject, thought you might like this. So let's say that I have, these are my SEO prospects, and I have a SEO ebook that I can give them. I can say, since we are connected, I like to stay in touch with my connections and reach out once in a while when I have something valuable to share. I would like to tell you about my latest, in this case, let's say ebook, or if you have, free software trial or webinar, whatever it might be, whatever free thing of value that you offer, and you can say it is designed to help open-minded professionals like yourself get, 15 clients over the next 30 days. There. In the past, 25 years that I have been doing search engine optimization, you want to insert what you do, and helping double my client's business, and just put whatever benefit there. I have found that almost everyone, and then put some pain point there, that almost everyone, in this case I would say, could use help with better search engine visibility, as an example. My goal is to help as many people, in this particular case, I would say, get to the top of the search engines and stay there while becoming more profitable in their business. Now you can attend my webinar here, put the link, regards, your name. If you want to say, something additional, you can. You can say something like, by attending my webinar or by downloading this thing, I'm going to tell you that the 3 secrets that, help you grow your business 3 times faster this year, just as an example. So you're really trying to provide a lot of value, and you're trying to re-engage them. So if you don't have an ebook or a webinar or something like that, instead of using some sort of thing where they have to opt in, for example, you can just use a blog post. So instead of it being, like I said, an ebook or a webinar, you can just send them to a blog post that you wrote on your website, and still use this same template to entice them to go there and read that information. In another lesson, we're going to talk about how to create engaging content that actually helps convert your prospects. So you want to take your first degree connections and give them something of value, whether it's, like a PDF that you've created, or something as simple as a video or a blog post. And later on, I'm going to show you how to create that content so that the content itself also converts them, because what we're doing is we're trying to show your connections your expertise and the value that you provide. They've forgotten all about you because chances are they've been sitting there collecting dust for who knows how many years. So that these people don't even know that you exist or what you do. You have not been active. You're probably, there hasn't been a lot of activity, so you haven't been showing up. So you need to start showing up again and reminding people of the value that you provide. And the best way to do that is through content. So that's why we're going to start out with a content message to our connections, and make sure that the content that you're sending out is targeted to who these people are. So if these people are my SEO prospects, I'm going to continue to send them content related to SEO. If all these people were, let's say, for example, attorneys that I'm targeting for SEO, I'm only going to send them blog posts that I write that is targeted towards attorneys and how SEO helps attorneys specifically, because that's going to help convert them even better. So next, after you've sent your valuable content as your first message, the next message that we have in the campaign is to invite people to your group. Now, you may not have a LinkedIn group right now, so you can skip this step. And in Module 7, we're going to be talking about creating and growing a group. So if you do have a group, you definitely want to be inviting your connections to it 2 ways: by having the group send an invitation and also sending a personal or semi-personal message, such as the one that you see here. And now every single month, you want to be staying top of mind with these connections. So every single month, you want to be sending these contacts that you've tagged a new piece of content, whether you wrote it or whether it's something that you found. So in the workbook for this lesson, we have additional messaging templates that you can use so that you can send messages 2, 3, 4, and 5 based on what we've used that helps convert prospects. Now, another thing, as you're going out there and getting new connections, a lot of times people are going to be requesting to connect with you, and they're going to give you LinkedIn's generic message, which I do not suggest that you do, but other people don't know this. When they do that, what you want to do is you want to ask them why they are connecting with you. And so in the messaging templates for this lesson as well, we have the current template that I use to ask people why they're reaching out to connect in a nice way. And you'll be surprised at how many times people would say, hey, I actually wanted to connect with you because I was impressed by your profile and wanted to see how we could do business. Or they might say, oh, you wrote an article that I was interested in and I just wanted to connect. Well, now you know where they stand with you, what about you they're interested in, so you can better tag them. And now you can continue to follow up with them with content that based on why that person connected with you, you're going to be able to send them content that they're going to be really interested in. So they might not be ready to pull the trigger right now. Maybe they're semi-interested, maybe they're 15-20% warm, but later on, as you continue to send them valuable content and you continue to stay top of mind, they might be more willing to do business, and they might be ready at that point, whereas right now they might not be ready, but they just wanted to connect just so that when they were ready, you'd be there. By that time, they've probably forgotten about you if you didn't stay in touch. Now, you want to send these messages only once a month. You don't want to be super annoying with it and send them all the time, but you do want to have your next at least 3 months of messages ready to go with your tagged connections so that you're constantly staying top of mind with these people. And as you're providing value, a lot of these people will email you back and say, hey, I love what you're talking about. How can you help me with that? And that's the whole point. This is what's going to help you generate sales appointments and take people to the next level down your sales funnel. So next, you want to go ahead and create a top of mind campaign for your connections using the messaging templates that we've provided in this lesson. And you want to create your lead tracking sheet. Now, along with this lesson, there is an Excel sheet that you can use to stay on top of all the new leads that you're getting, so that if somebody does show interest, that you know that you should be following up with them and when to follow up with them. So that is included on this lesson. Make sure you download that, and as you start getting these leads, that you're filling that in, because it's very easy to let people fall through the cracks, especially as you start doing a lot more of this and more people start showing interest in wanting to talk to you. You definitely don't want to let anybody fall through the cracks, because that could be a deal that could be worth a lot of money, depending on what a client is worth to you. Now, what you want to do as well is send out your first top of mind campaign, and as you do that, send us a screenshot of it so we can give you your badge for taking action and sending out your first top of mind message to your connections. Now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next lesson where we're going to be discussing how to leverage the connections of thought leaders or people that might have your perfect prospects as part of their network, and how to connect with them and find them on LinkedIn. So I'll see you on the next lesson.